Hey guys, how's it going? This is Burkart again for Car Revs Daily. Wanted to take one more quick video. My iPhone is full and I'm too tired to try to fix it. I'm rapidly running out of gas. It's Friday afternoon before RM's big auction tomorrow, March 8th, 2014 in Amelia Island, Florida. So we're at the RM Indoor Gallery. Wanted to take a quick video. We're just on GoPro now, so the camera work it's counterintuitive, but it's a little bit more difficult than just holding the iPhone. So sorry if it's a little bit choppy. However, I do want to highlight a couple of these cars. This is the Sports Roadster. I think it's a 31 Mercedes 370S, or Sport Cabriolet. This is also very special. This is the 1939 Aston Martin 1598 short chassis open sports. And this one's really, really cool because it shows that Aston at the time was far ahead of Bugatti and a number of others in terms of bodywork and coachwork, which I believe they were doing in-house. So that's pretty special. And something else that I liked on here, look at this Aston badge. Oh, so this is the Owners Club, so just Aston Martin. But it's a nice little badge, something they might bring back. A couple of really good features on this vehicle as well. You've got the hole for the crank starter, some giant horns there to get out of the way. And all right, so let's look at some other stuff. We've got a couple of really ugly green Rollses or something, and a Bugatti Figoni e Faleschi. In the style of Fighetti, and I can never say that, Figoni e Faleschi. It's the 57S Cabriolet. And this car is really, really pretty. The color is not great inside because it's such a deep, Bordeaux, but in the sun this does look like a bright red car. Oops, excuse me. So it's pretty unique there. Let's try to go around the side. I'm not sure if many people have seen a 57S Cabriolet. Of course, so this is made in the style of some of the Delhis that you can see. See, we have an original Suchek Delhi over there, so that's pretty nice. So this is a Pierce Arrow. There's a lot of pre-war vehicles as well as post-war, which is always one of RM's specialties. Here we have a 1938 Jaguar SS100 Roadster. It's great. It looks like a Bentley at first. I mean, it certainly tricked me into thinking it was a Bentley with this grille treatment, but it's definitely a Jaguar for sure. And we do have an SS 3.7 liter badge there. It's very, very sleek, and so this is a 38. So this actually is a little bit evocative of the Aston Martin that we just saw, but it is significantly wider and a little bit more dramatically flared. Okay, on to the next one. This is a huge hit. This is the 1965 Carroll Shelby GT350R that was driven by Charlie Kemp and a couple other guys to great glory. We met Charlie Kemp and one of his lead mechanics yesterday, which was really, really cool, and got to learn a couple more details about the vehicle. So this thing, of course, okay, so it rides really, really low is the first thing. Second of all, the top speed was 184 miles an hour at 8,400 RPM, which for any V8 is a really, really high tally. And then something else you might see. Okay, so the hood is kind of like. Okay, so it looks like it is pinned shut right now, but there's something cool to show over here. If you look, so obviously this is the car. This is the car, It's very, very special. And you see over here, it looks like there is a little bit of, it looks like the car had gotten a shunt at one point. But Charlie explained with his mechanic that this was actually a functional element that happened naturally as the car hit super high speeds. Hood buffeting has been a Ford Mustang problem for a long time. And as it did, it just bent this really, really lightweight aluminum hood, and this became a functional element as a freeing that trapped air. So that's pretty interesting. And you might notice, imagine this were a 2015 Mustang. The new Mustang actually has little slats right here to reduce any of that back pressure. No wipers at all. Full roll cage with some prisoned chicken wire. I don't know what you call that. So really, really special. Next we have a 1985 Porsche 959 Vorserie, which was the initial pilot production. They said this Porsche guy outside said they made like 20 of them for executives and people who were who could test the car without it actually going into customers' hands. So this is a very, very rare vehicle at this point because not many of them left Germany at all, and the ones that did rarely come up for sale. So the 959 Vorserie is really, really nice. We have these rally lights up here, and these rally lights photograph terribly. They look like they're like canted down at the ground, but they're actually just nice sort of faired lamps with a body match coloring. and they really match the 959 aesthetic. Something else that's really great about this car is the color. I mean, it's great. 959's. It's not something that I think of in a bright red like this, but it really works. Of course, the 959 is a dream come true for any real road, and anybody who loves Porsches or high performance road cars. And it really set the template. At the time that it came out, the F40, of course, was turbocharged and rear-wheel drive, but the 959 went all-wheel drive, which influenced an entire other generation of supercars, including the Nissan GTR at the time, which also went rear-wheel drive for the R32 generation in 1989, I believe. So let's just try to get some more like panning shots. I mean, this is there are like a ton of cool cars here, and way too many to focus on like right away. But we'll just try to do like a little bit over here. Carrera GT over there. Some E-types. Great Bugattis. The Delhi we mentioned. BMW 507. Ferrari Daytona. This is a Shelby Cobra 289. So that's sort of before they did a lot of the embellishments in the bodywork. Just a lot of really special cars here. All right, thanks so much. This has been Tom Burkart for Car Rentals Daily.